So I've got a rough arrangement recorded in real time from the session view to the arrange view. And this is the first point in production where I feel like I'm really changing my focus and changing my mental attitude. So I believe the famous author Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "Write drunk, edit sober." And this is by no means an endorsement of any intoxication of any kind during your creative process or otherwise, but I think metaphorically it speaks to the type of creativity the session view encourages, where I can just throw ideas out there and see what sticks without the commitment of feeling like they're already in the timeline, because it's not committed and it's non-linear and I can just kind of mix and jam and see what feels right. It's conducive to this much more free-form type of creativity. And then in the real-time recording, so in 5 minutes of playing around and recording, I got a 5-minute sketch in the arrange view, and I immediately correct any issues I noticed in the process, but then I tend to save the project and leave it for a day, which is actually what I've just done. I've just come back to it now after sleeping on it, so I'm coming into it with fresh ears for this new phase and new mental approach, new mentality of editing. And so using that Ernest Hemingway quote, yesterday was the writing drunk, if you will, and part of what allows me to let those ideas out in such a free-form manner is knowing that I will have plenty of opportunity to engage the sober editor, if you will, and, engage that inner critic once I'm in the arrange view. And now that I'm here, we're going to be doing plenty of that, and it'll be fun in its own way, but it's a very different creative approach, very different creative stance than the pure creativity where you kind of just need to let ideas flow. In my experience, like getting warmed up, any good athlete, they don't just take to the court without stretching a bit first. So maybe we need to get a few bad ideas out of our system before the good ones can flow. And so I find if you're trying to make your first idea perfect, that can often be sort of putting the cart before the horse. So this is the workflow in live that I love so much. I use the session view to just get creative, come up with ideas, let it flow, and now we're going to enter the next phase here in the arrangement, where I'm going to start really refining the raw material that was recorded in.